Today's tale brings me here to Hollywood, California at Madame Tussauds Hollywood Wax Museum. Well, hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Nick Masker. I am back in Hollywood, going to be doing another wax museum. A couple weeks ago I did a video on the original Hollywood Wax Museum, which is further down the road. Today I'm going to be heading into the world famous Madame Tussauds Hollywood Wax Museum, which is just right behind me. Now, I say world famous because Madame Tussauds does have quite a few wax museums, not just in the US, but all around the world. And we're going to show you why they're so famous and head inside and take a look at what this one's like here in Hollywood. Let's go ahead and get started and let the tale begin. Tons of self-driving cars here in Hollywood. The Waymo. All right, going to be heading inside. Let's buy our tickets. All right, upon entering, before you buy your ticket, if you don't want to go inside actually, you can get a picture here with the Hulk. Also with Danny Trejo. And then of course Marilyn Monroe, one of the most iconic stars here in Hollywood. And then The Rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. All right, here, look at the prices. They do have some packages available. Well, look, you could do the Ripley's Believe It or Not as well for just a few bucks more. Today I'm just gonna do the regular wax museum, so it'll be $34.99. All right, actually they have this little touchpad where you purchase. No more in-person purchases. I think you could also do it online as well.
Alright, this is for you just to say thank you for coming in through the museum.
Oh,
it's
cool.
a non-alcoholic beverage or a Gus Prosecco for free, no strings attached.
Cool.
So what you're going to do is you're going to go up the ramp.
Okay.
You're going to take the elevator to level 3. Just work your way down. Make sure you don't touch the faces of the figures.
Okay.
Versions on the 3rd floor as well if you need to use them. So yeah, go ahead and enjoy.
Thank you. All right, gonna start on the 3rd floor and then work my way down. Oh, wow. I am the only one in here. All right, I do have to say, these are scary accurate. No introduction is needed. We all know this is Leonardo DiCaprio. Wow. I mean, this close on the camera, it looks insane. Now, the other museum was still good. I loved it. I love the older style, but these are much, much newer. And like I said, way more accurate. If I were to see this from afar, it looks like a real person. And there's a lot of them in here, as you can see. Let's keep going. Jimmy Kimmel, right here. My gosh, look at that. I just feel like he's gonna pop out and all of a sudden, you know, wake up. Got the green screen in the background. And then, oh look, they have a stage here. So you get behind here, record your segment. Okay, so you sit right here and then you answer these questions right here. The camera's right there. And then out here, it says step on stage. So you go through the red curtain. Oh wow. Get the nice view of Hollywood Boulevard. This is awesome. Here we have Morgan Freeman. Wow, they even got him down to his hair. Brad Pitt here too. A little younger version of Brad Pitt, I would say. He looks a little different now. Last time I seen him was in F1. You have Ariana Grande over here. They also have a few props that you can take photos with. So if you want to take a photo with Ariana Grande, you get that little pink scarf there. You can take a photo with her. Christian Bale, my second favorite Batman. First one being Michael Keaton. It's a little loud in here. Sorry, the music is just blasting right above me. It's always that one creepy guy at the... Oh look, over here. Conan O'Brien. Although his hair is not as high, usually he's got a little pompadour thing going on. But he's very tall, even sitting down. He looks really good. Yeah, this is like the little chilling, kick back, cool guy in the club area while everybody else is on the dance floor. And of course, Gaga on the stage. Wow, she looks amazing. Look at the color of her eyes. I mean, she looks so real. And then they even got her tattoos done. I know she has some on her back. saw him when I was coming up here. Yeah, look at that. That is awesome. I mean, from behind, it really looks like a real person. And even from the front, but they even got the tattoo on the upper neck area. I love Lady Gaga. She is so pretty. All right, moving on to the next room. The music is blasting over there. Also blasting in here too. Oh, take a look, Angela Bassett. She's also from American Horror Story, played an amazing part, and she also played in Black Panther. She did a good job. I love her acting. Is that Angela? Here they also have Mr. Deadpool. Now they have him at the other museum as well, but he doesn't look as good. This one looks so much better. Definitely got his facial features down. And over here, they have Meryl Streep, which she'll be doing her new movie, Devil Wears Prada 2. You can hear how quiet it got when the music stopped. It is so loud. Next here to Jimmy Fallon is this guy, which I'm not gonna lie, I do not know who this is. Doesn't ring a bell. Kind of looks like Al Pacino from a glance, but I know Al Pacino's not that tall. But let me see what it says here. Amitabh I think I'm saying that right, Bachchan. Yeah, Amitabh Bachchan. He is an Indian film actor, television host, and former politician. Okay, so that's probably why I don't know him, because I don't know too many Indian film actors. Now this guy, of course, I recognize, Jamie Foxx, the actor and comedian. Also, he did a little rapping back in the day. I'm digging his Tony Stark style looking glasses. Attraction continues downstairs. But before heading down to the lower levels, a little AMC Nicole Kidman. You can see her in her outfit that she was wearing in the commercial. And they even got the Heartbreak Feels Good in a place like this. The famous commercial you see in the theaters before watching a movie. This way. Now the other Hollywood Wax Museum video I did a couple weeks ago, I did mainly focus on the horror aspect of it. And that was a lot easier because they did have a dedicated section to all the horror icons. It was called the Chambers of Horror, or Horror Chambers, I'm sorry. If you guys want to see that video, you can go back and watch that. This video is mostly going to be all around actors, not just the horror genre. But yeah, unfortunately they don't have a dedicated horror section like they did at the other one. So I'm just going to show you guys what they have here, and hopefully you still like it. Now stepped into the older Hollywood. Check out Charlie Chaplin right here. Look at that. They even got his makeup on. Wow. His suit looks really old too. I love it. And you can also take a photo with some of the props. Put a hat on and start dancing with Charlie. Not going to do that because, yeah, a lot of people here. Now walking into the golden age of Hollywood, you got the Yellow Brick Road and Dorothy right at the end. They got quite a few actors in here. I'm going to start off with the one that I know about the most, James Dean. He actually lived on the Warner Brothers studio lot for a while, the back lot. They wanted him to stay sober, not do any partying, filming Rebel Without a Cause and a bunch of other movies. The original Daredevil. His slogan was always, I think it was live fast and die young. Pretty crazy. James Dean. They got a little makeshift plane here for Howard Hughes. Every time I think of Howard, I think of Leonardo DiCaprio because he did play in his movie, The Aviator. Amazing movie if you haven't seen it. Look at his old jacket. Oh look, you can put the little hat on and take a photo. Now these I'm not too familiar with, Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire. But man, they look so realistic. I like how they got him in the dancing pose there, underneath the chandelier. Man, crazy. Looking at the figure of Judy Garland. She was a perfect Dorothy. Love me some Wizard of Oz. In high school, I used to always play the movie, and I would listen to Pink Floyd at the same time. If any of you have ever done that, put it in the comments down below. It's pretty trippy. It all lines up perfect. I don't know if it was Dark Side of the Moon. I can't remember what album it was, but I would always sync it perfectly, and it goes so well with the movie. So, man, that was a long time ago. Consider these the Hollywood classics. Quite a few recognizable actors here. The Sound of Music. Now, I just saw this one probably about a month ago. Beautiful movie. I loved how it took place in like the beginning of the Nazi Germany era, I should say. It was beautiful. The music reminded me of a Disney movie. It wasn't, obviously it's not a Disney movie, but man, she could definitely sing. I love the movie. Absolutely loved it. Marilyn Monroe. The beautiful Marilyn Monroe. They have another one out front when we came in. But this is the one inside the museum. Fun fact, I met Joe DiMaggio, and when I met him when I was about maybe 7 or 8 years old. They said you cannot mention, you had 3 rules. You couldn't ask for another autograph, you could not ask for an additional picture, and you cannot mention Marilyn Monroe. So I always thought that, I was a little kid, I didn't realize why, but apparently he was still emotional and in love with her, being that old. I believe he was like in his 80s or 90s at the time. But hopefully soon I'll be visiting her grave and I'll do a video on where she's buried. A lot of changes have been going on over there. Okay, I did not know they had a Alfred Hitchcock. Look at this. Right in front of the Bates Motel, or little Bates Motel makeshift scene, shower scene. Of course, you got the crows up there too. My gosh, I have to get a photo or a little selfie with Mr. Hitchcock. And I love the background, the crows, and right in front of the scene, the shower scene of Psycho. I did not know they had this. This is so cool. The claw bathtub. Oh, you can do a little photo op. So you step back here, and you step in, and then you pull this to the side. Wow. Oh, and it makes the noise. That is pretty cool. I love that little sound effect there. An icon, Bruce Lee. He looks good. I love how he's midair doing the kick. Dude, his hair looks so real. Look at that. Looks like he's literally about to kick me. Okay, I guess I was wrong. I stand corrected. This is the Illusion of Horrors. And you have Dracula right here by a wall of garlic. Look at that. That is cool. Obviously it's Bela Lugosi. Now, he looks really good. The other museum has him, but he has him with his arms out, and he looks a little older. He looks so good, though. I love the sign here. Now, they also have a little robe here. You can take a photo with Bela Lugosi. Check out their Frankenstein. He's actually not that tall. He's a lot shorter than the other one. And just to give you a reference, I am 5'11", and he's just right, maybe 6'3", 6'4". I believe Frankenstein is like 7'4", 7'5", if I'm not mistaken. But still looks really good. And right here, they even have a mummy and a sarcophagus. Look at that. Reminds me of the Mummy movie coming out real soon by A24. It looks really good. Maybe got some spiders on the floor. Man, this Buffy the Vampire Slayer looks so real. She's like eyeballing me, like, what are you still doing here? Keep moving. And right behind her, they have a Pennywise photo op. I say that because of the raincoats and the balloons. They should have a Pennywise here, though. That would have been awesome. I love that. Home is where the horror is. It's like a huge TV. I love that. Kind of reminds me of the old box TVs back in the day. I don't think it does anything. Oh shoot, it turns on. Oh, look at that. That is cool. Looks like a door with a bunch of zombies behind it. But even cooler, right next to it, is the Twilight Zone door. It's falling into space, into another dimension. It should say the Twilight Zone. That would have been really cool. Oh, wow, look. I did not see this on the other side. Okay, so if they had an axe here, you can take a really cool photo, but you gotta go through this side and get yourself a, here's Johnny. But I don't have an axe. If they had one right there, that'd be awesome. Oh well. Check out this Hannibal Lecter. There was another one at the other museum, but he did not look anything like this. This is spot on, man. Even the shape of his body, like, he's kind of got that little, like, pressed out chest in the movie. They got a straight jacket here to try on. Take some photos. And if you want a haircut, your guy right here's got you. I love this one. Oh, this is so nice. The costume, the chair. I wish they had his own little area. That'd be pretty neat. Edward Scissorhands definitely deserves his own little spot. But I think he's sharing with Hannibal Lecter. So hopefully they move him and get him his own spot. Notice here, instead of red rum, they put Tussauds, LA. Oh yes, they have a big Jaws. It just says 1975, but you can step in and get a cool photo. Love it. John Travolta, Grease Lightning. Even got the car here. You can put on the T-Birds jacket over there. Look at that, they're really in shape, John Travolta. That is so cool. You can get in the car and get a photo. Look at that. The car's a nice touch. Steven Spielberg. I can never get this close to any of them. But yeah, this looks so realistic, down to what he would wear. I feel like he would definitely wear that. I believe that is a hat that he did wear during his famous days of filming back in the day. He's got a movie coming out that I'm really looking forward to. They got a director's chair and this prop right here. You want to say something there, Spielberg?
I'm going to make him an offer again.
Oh, you got something to say. Now this is cool. Too bad I don't have anyone to take a photo of me, but they have an ET on a bike. Look at that, with a red jacket too. So you can throw the red jacket on and play like your ET. Let's go. And all gloved up, ready for the ring, Rocky Balboa. Wow, look at his hair. He's even got like the little sweat dripping down there. That is pretty cool. A little bit there on his, above his nose. And you could put on the little coat there. You want to walk out with him. The Italian Stallion, that's right. He is the Italian Stallion, I forgot. Oh wow, look at it. They have the Tom Hanks Forrest Gump with his luggage and all. Funny, at the Forrest Gump restaurant, they have his shoes where you can sit down and take a photo, but here they have the whole thing. If they had this at the restaurant, that'd be pretty neat. They got the box of chocolate. Obviously, he doesn't know which ones he got, but look at his face. God, look at the eyes, man. It looks so real. The old luggage, and then the background, Greenbow, Alabama. You got Julia Roberts here, a very young Julia Roberts. Her big smile, so funny. I remember her in last movie I seen of hers was Aaron Brockovich. Really good movie. Some of the 007 cast: Halle Berry, Daniel Craig, and Pierce Bronson. They got a raptor too. Look at the Velociraptor. Did not know they were gonna have this. Jim Carrey's Ace Ventura. Obviously one of the most iconic actors of the 90s and today. Anything he plays becomes an absolute classic. He's got the whole outfit on. There's just so many wax figures here at this museum. And I think the thing I like the most is the sets behind them. They make for really good photo ops. I mean, look, you have Robert De Niro, like a casino scene. And it's the actual Robert De Niro from that time. They have a Kill Bill set. And of course, Tarantino lighting up the shot. Look at that serious face. With the photo op background right here. You got a training day, Denzel Washington. You want to go to jail or you want to go home? Here they have Ryan Gosling, who just had a successful movie released not long ago and is still in theaters. Project Hail Mary. Already seen it. I thought it was pretty good. Didn't think it was like amazing or movie of the year. A lot of people are raving about it. I thought it was okay. But I probably not in a rush to see it again, but definitely looked good on IMAX. My favorite movie he's ever done is The Notebook. They have Arnold Schwarzenegger's Terminator. I can never do a good Arnie impression, so I won't. I think I like this one a lot better than the other one. Here we have a Wolverine, Hugh Jackman. He's also pretty tall. I love how it's not just Hugh Jackman, it's the Wolverine, Hugh Jackman. Logan, he got his tag right there. Yeah, Madame Tussauds Wax Museum is pretty top notch. They have a lot of good quality wax figures. Mighty this man. And then right here, King Kong. Now they used to have this years ago, right outside, but now it's right here in the museum. Wow, they have a lot more too in this area. Wow, I did not know it kept going. Like I said, an endless amount of wax figures. I don't want to get slapped. A very realistic Michael. Not the one on Hollywood Boulevard, dancing. But this one here. Really excited for his film. That his nephew is playing as himself. So, or not himself, but as Michael. Really excited for that one. Got my tickets already and I'll be seeing it later this month. Check out this figure of Selena. Now obviously there's not too much things of her since she passed away real young. Rest in peace to Selena. She was an amazing singer and she was beautiful inside and out. There is I believe there's a museum over in Texas where she's from, and hopefully one day we'll be able to visit. So this is the process on how they do the sculpting. And they start with a wire base. You can see it's like chicken wire, piping, and other prefabricated stuff. And then over is the wax.
So how did they do it?
Look at that. They did. Looks like they were doing Beyonce.
A team of sculptors flew over from London to meet up
That
with
is so
me
cool.
on Blaine's first floor. We got the pose sorted out pretty quickly, and then it was time
You got the
to
molds
begin.
right here of the arms,
Sculptors
for the
were
hands.
fast. I could tell they had done this zillions of times before. They used calipers to make most of their measurements, like the distance from the tip of my chin.
The process on doing Beyonce, you can see this is the sculpting here at the bottom. And then it goes to the molding, which is this part. You can see like the fiberglass molding cases. And then the finishing, which is the finished product right there. A lot of work. Here's a look at some of the samples of hair they use. And it looks like they insert it one at a time on the wax head. There's the tool there. It says here, hair insertion. It takes 140 hours to insert the hair on an average wax head, including eyebrows. Each strand of hair is inserted individually into the wax head by hand using a forked needle, which is what we just saw, taking approximately 5 weeks to complete each head. Hair samples are taken at the sitting and carefully matched to the real human hair. When the hair insertion is complete, the hair is washed, cut, and styled. So they even wash it and cut it and style it, just like the person they're doing the wax figure of. Insane. Also the eyes and the teeth. They do the same thing. They have a Marvel universe. I'm not sure how new this is, but I got some pretty heavy hitters in here. You got Spider-Man right there on the floor. They got the new Black Panther. Check out Thor. Chris Hemsworth. I would say this one is probably the only one I would say looks a little off. I think Chris Hemsworth is a little bit more bigger, but doesn't look like him on the face either. And they have Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury. It's crazy how many roles he's played, all the way from early Pulp Fiction to Star Wars and Marvel. So he's in both universes, or he's in Quentin Tarantino's universe, Star Wars universe, and he's also in Marvel universe. It looks pretty good. All right, so that was a full tour of Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. A lot of wax figures and a lot of cool photo ops. If you want to do the other one, it depends what you like. If you like horror and nostalgia, I prefer the other one. But if you like, you know, new characters and you like some photo ops and backdrops, this one is not too bad as well. Definitely like to do both, but if you could only do one, I would stick with the original. So that's my opinion. It's totally up to you. And that's a wrap on today's video here from this random, semi-creepy alley here in Hollywood. It was the only place that had decent lighting because it is now dark out. But thank you guys for sticking with me to the end of this video. And I want to thank you all who are now subscribed, new subscribers and old subscribers from the very beginning. I have now reached 10K, which I am surprised. I'm so shocked that I actually reached 10K, let alone in this amount of time. Did not even think I was going to hit 10K. And so thank you all. I've been putting in a lot of work, putting in videos every day, and I will continue to put videos out as long as you guys watch them so much. Sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to all of you. I love doing this and I will continue to do it for as long as I can. So big, huge shout out to all of you. I would not be here if it was not for you guys going to places, showing these things, and sharing my passions with you here on YouTube. So thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. The tale has been told.